Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about a problem that is probably in your pocket or maybe in your hand, the cell phone. So we're going to talk about some ways that I have cut my cell phone usage in my life, and I'm going to share a couple suggestions with you because if you're like me, you might struggle as a content creator with always being on your phone. So we're going to talk about that today. The technology is awesome. We have everything we need at our fingertips, but part of why we struggle so much is because we are always on. We are always getting notifications. We're always getting emails. We're always gonna just look something up, or I'll just go on Instagram for a minute, and we get distracted. It's just the way it is. We spend way too much time on our phones, and I have a couple ideas that I've implemented in my life. So, you've got those endless notifications. You have the dopamine hits when you see how many people commented or how many people liked, or you see a cute dog picture or things like that, and it becomes a vicious cycle. And I didn't realize how addicted I was to technology till I started to put a few rules and a few boundaries in my life. I was at the point where I was waking up very first thing in the morning. The first thing I do would be grab my phone, look at my notifications, and that's really kind of an awful way to start your day. It's best to have a few quiet moments, sip your tea, sip your coffee, get your thoughts together for the day, look outside, maybe watch the sunrise, things like that. Make yourself a nice breakfast. Just so many better ways to start your morning than going immediately on your phone. Yet that's what I was doing. So one of the rules that I have set for myself that has really helped is I do not keep my phone in my bedroom. When I wind down for the night, I put my phone on the charging block, which we have like a family charging station. So my kids put their phones there for the night. I put my phone there for the night. My husband puts his phone there for the night. And that usually happens around like 9 p.m. So that's our signal that we're done with the phones for the night, unless there's like an emergency call or something like that. But we put the phones in the charging block, then we'll read, watch TV, do other things, and the phone is not in the bedroom. And I think if you have your phone in the bedroom, you're tempted, you wake up in the middle of the night, maybe you're not sleeping good, maybe you're gonna check your phone. And I think that's a really bad habit to get into. So studies show that the average person is spending up to 7 hours a day on their phone. That is just crazy. And when you also think how much time we might spend on a computer for work, or how much time we're spending in front of the TV, it is just too many screens. And no one is saying, I'm especially not saying this, don't give up screens. Just find some small tweaks that you can put in your life to reduce your screen time. And here's the thing, technology and our phones, they're not evil. They do so much good. They connect us. I mean, you're here watching this. We're together in the YouTube world, and screens are not all bad. They do have a lot of really good features, and the connectivity is really great. I just think that the average person has to set a few boundaries to kind of help you have a healthy sense of balance. You just don't want tech to help you lose your attention span, to lose your creativity, to lose your peace. We all deserve those moments where maybe you're out on the hiking trail and we get lost in our thoughts, or you're just kind of sitting around the house daydreaming. Those are the things I think we really miss when we're on our phones too much. So like I had mentioned before, considering making a sacred space or a space that is a phone-free zone. So for me, that's my bedroom. I don't charge the cell phone in the bedroom. I don't bring it in my room because at night I just want to read my book. I want to be able to have a solid night's sleep and not be tempted to go on the phone. So for you, that might be your kitchen, or that might be your office, or that might be your bedroom, or maybe it's your kid's playroom, but set aside a space where you're going to set that boundary. So another suggestion I have is to do an activity where you're definitely not going to use your screen. So for me, one of the things that I love to do, I love to read. I also love to do kind of like arts and crafts. I do paper crafts. I make like handmade greeting cards. I sew a little bit, and when I do that, that's an activity that I do not use my phone for. And it's nice to just remind ourselves that we can do activities like that without the phone. And I think they're a good chance to kind of reconnect. So maybe you go fishing and you leave your phone behind, or you put your phone in your bag, but find an activity where you can be screen free. Another thing that has really helped me is to silence the non-essential notifications. So I have like one email, I primarily use it kind of for like junk mail. If you're making an online purchase and they want your email. So I have this email that is dedicated to that. And for the longest time I had notifications on, and I'm like, why do I need to hear about a sale at Old Navy, or that, you know, Target has 10% off with your red card, or things like that? And it's like, why am I getting notifications for this? This is taking up space in my head, taking up time. So I would encourage you, if you can, turn off notifications for non-essential things, and that will help ease the distraction. I just think that's a really good way, because when you hear that ping from your phone, you are tempted to go and look at it. And a lot of times it's a lot of nothing. So if you can control what your notifications ping on and the settings for that, you can really kind of dial down some of the noise. Now, another more radical idea is to take a couple hours and completely unplug, or take a day and totally unplug, or take a weekend and unplug. A really great way to do this is if you go camping or you go hiking somewhere. So many places don't have great cell service, and that will definitely take you off your phone because there's nothing to do on it without the internet. So yeah, I just encourage you to think about, what would your life look like if you were able to remove a little bit of the noise, and if you were able to give yourself those moments like that, starting your day without being on the screen or things like that. Just a little bit can really go a long way. And as a content creator, I was finding myself starting to feel a little bit burnt out with all the time on my phone. So for me, these super simple changes, starting my day screen-free, having the sacred space, not keeping the phone in my room, and turning off some of the essential notifications, has given me a little bit of breathing room, and it's definitely helped me have a healthier relationship with my phone. So if any of this resonates with you, be sure to give it a try and let me know in the comments. How do you set up boundaries for yourself on your phone? Do you worry about your screen time and things like that? Let me know in the comments what you're doing, and if you think any of these ideas sound like something you might want to try, I'd love to hear from you. So if you're new to my channel, if you're watching this and you've never seen my channel before, please consider subscribing. It's free to subscribe. I'm a person who loves the outdoors, so you're gonna see a lot of hiking, outdoor content, things like that on the channel. I love to visit national parks. I've been to 42 of them, and my 43rd national park visit is coming up this fall. So I would love to have you join along on the adventures. I also offer channel memberships, and this is a little bit extra if you want to support me as a creator. It's $1.99 a month, and you get some exclusive members only content. I'm going to put out a few videos a month for just my members, so that's another way to stay involved. Also, I think we forget this a lot. Just when you watch a video, if you enjoy it, like it. It really, really helps the algorithm, and it helps creators, and it only takes a second. So consider liking, leaving a comment, all things like that really go a long way. And I really have amazing viewers. I'm always like in awe of the comments and things I get. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.